Welcome back everyone to some more F1 Manager 2022. It's been a while. Heading into the Alpine save today, trying to see if we can continue our push for the title yet again. Reactions, what should we go for here for Charles Leclerc? Cornering maybe? Might be a good one. And then Duan also has 1 point. Let's go cornering for him. And he's now 78 rated. Let's go. He is developing nicely. Not that we may see him in the car at any time soon because the season's going to end the series essentially. Having a massive lead against Red Bull, which is good. And driver standing is looking tasty for both Charles Leclerc and Gasly. So yeah, let's head on into the next round. Paul Ricard, the French Grand Prix. So we got an invitation. We'll gain 100k, but staff experience gain will be paused for 7 days. Let's do it. I'm all about inspiring the next generation, as I keep saying. Now we need regulation changes, not that it matters more. Pole position bonus point. Didn't that already change last season? Because I feel like pole position bonus point got scrapped. Huh. Not sure. Fastest lap bonus point goes for... Oh, so, okay. My bad. I thought... Okay, so the comment was right. I read a comment a while back saying, where did my fastest lap point go? Apparently, the person said that it may have been scrapped the regulation changes, and I wrote this response saying, like, no, I think the pole position point got scrapped. But it turns out the pole position one stayed, and the fastest lap bonus point got removed. So we're going back to the original format of pole position bonus point being removed, so that's why I didn't get the point for fastest lap. And instead, the fastest lap bonus point is coming back in with double points for the last race. Okay, this is an interesting regulation change. So point system will remain, but there will be double points for the last race. So that means if we win it, we're going to get 50 points, which will turn the tables. This is going to make the last race count so much more than any other race. That is an interesting regulation change. But I'll vote for this because I feel like that's going to make things a lot more interesting. Not that it's gonna matter because we're not gonna go on. All right, so we got a refurbishment of the factory, wind tunnel, everything's looking good. I think we have the cash to fully develop the factory to its maximum condition. So the factory improves project capacity, which is not too important right now. Car design improves our engineer numbers, which I don't think we need. Essentially, wind tunnel time. Wind tunnel would be useful because it improves the effects gained per development. Also, CFD simulator would be nice, but we're just shy of it. I think we'll invest in the wind tunnel upgrade. 121 days. We'll max it out. Okay, so the votes are in, and I think the tiebreaker has voted for, so this is the next season regulation changes. A lot of teams voted against, but it's a half and half situation. I wonder why Mercedes and Ferrari voted against, because if the double points for the last race matters a lot, then it will be beneficial for them, no? It's kind of weird that they voted against it. Of course, Red Bull voted for it because Horner wants that P1, and I've been stealing it from him, so... yeah, it looks good. But time for the French Grand Prix. Now I'm gonna reach Q3. I want both cars into Q2 and then both cars into Q3. And then race target fastest lap as possible. And finishing streak is good. Okay, so let me just head on in then. Alright, so the end of the first practice session. Our cars in the back here, mainly because we have very worn engine components for practice. Max Verstappen taking a penalty today, so that is quite promising. So let's move on to FP2 then. Really struggling to get a good setup today. Pierre Gasly P10 and Leclerc P17. Yeah, I'm struggling. Let's hope that FP3 gives us a good chance of getting a good setup. And just like that, FP3 is done. P5 for Gasly on very worn engine components, and P12 for Leclerc. The setup confidence isn't looking great right now. We have a tentative setup confidence in right now, but it's heading into qualifying, so I'm a little... unsure. You can see it's now great. What do I do? Do I make a yeah, I think I'll do that. A slight move. Not sure if that'll change the settle confidence there. Let's see. What about Leclerc? Ooh, yeah, there's not much I can do with traction, so we'll have to go in with that. It's not going to be 100%, but hopefully they will do well in the car. Hope you guys are enjoying the video. If you are, there are a couple things you can do to support the channel. First off, press that like button and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe by pressing the red button down below and hit the notification bell as well so you're notified as soon as I upload next. Thank you guys so much for your support. Hope you enjoyed the rest of the video. Alright, we've got Daniel Ricciardo in the way by a little bit, but Leclerc coming across the line for his first banker lap on fresh softs, of course. It's a 129.5. What about Gasly? What does he say? I think it's close. Ooh, Leclerc is still about 1/10 faster than Gasly. Okay. So that's a good starting position, I'd say. Let's see what other cars said. Bottas just crossed the line about 2/10 slower than Leclerc. Okay. And we've got a 97% car set of confidence for Gasly. What about Leclerc? What have we got here? A 95. He's only great with the car. Yikes. That is a shame. Taking the strategic path with our qualifying session. Leclerc P4, Gasly P7, knocked out a Stroll, Schumacher, Latifi, Tsunoda, and Vettel. So let's move on to the next round. Okay, we're coming in for our first lap here. A lot of traffic on track. Gasly sets a 129.6. What about Leclerc? Is he a little faster? No, he's almost there. About 1.5 slower. Look at how much traffic there was that we had to navigate past. So we'll take this current timing. We'll see how the others do. Again, just did that one lap on used softs despite being impeded so many times throughout the lap. We got P4, P7, not bad. We just need to make through to Q3, and then Q3 is where it matters most, so that's all fine. Iwasa, Magnussen, Perez, Norris, and Russell are out. Wow, a couple names that shock us. But Q3, here we go. All right, everyone's out early, so that gives us a clean lap to go on. Very used softs, same single set of softs since the start of this whole qualifying session. We should be in the 130s or so. Yeah, 130.0. I think Leclerc just went a little bit faster, about 700ths faster. Of course, Sainz is going to go a full second faster because he's on fresh softs, and that Red Bull is a lot faster than the Alpine, I think. So let's see what happens on fresh softs in the closing stages of this session. All right, thankfully no one slipped in this session. I think Sainz is still in the pits. He crossed the line first, I guess. Gasly crosses the line first among the Alpines. It's a 1:9.20. We're just outside the front row. Leclerc, can you get faster than Gasly? We're missing out on a guarantee today, but hopefully he can pip this car into the front row. No, it's a second row of the grid start for both Alpines. Ooh, this is a struggle. The Red Bull has developed immensely over the past couple weeks leading up to this Grand Prix. So we are a second row start, but Verstappen does take a penalty, so we are probably going to get bumped up to the front row. But let's see how well we can perform from P3, P4, or P2, P3, and hopefully we can beat the Red Bulls. It seems the Red Bulls are fast.
It's race day, and final preparations are underway.
Although we didn't see a standout performance from Alpine during qualifying, everything's still open to them during this race. It was a pleasure to watch Red Bull's excellent performance during qualifying. Their drivers will now be looking ahead to the race itself and hoping to capitalize. The weather is very overcast here, and teams are staring at the sky watching for the first sign of rain. Strategies might have to be quite flexible going into today's race.
Absolutely right. So brace yourself for a fantastic conclusion to the French Grand Prix.
All right then, let's get this strategy in. It all comes down to strategy P2, P3 starting position. All right, so simple one-stop strategy. We're going to invert the strategy for both drivers. Gasly's going to try and push on the mediums early doors, and then Leclerc is going to try and stay out for a long time on the hards and then move on to the stronger tire at the end. I think it should be similar race pace. I'm going to drop his fuel by 1 lap because I think this car is quite fuel efficient, and I think only 3 laps in the surplus will allow us to push on fuel for most of the race. So let's head on in. Let's hope that this strategy works out, and it's time to see if we can compete against Red Bull.
A somewhat overcast day for the drivers who've now taken position on the grid. And there's Charles Leclerc. After an impressive qualifying performance, they're starting today just behind pole. Next for the team, it's Pierre Gasly. They've managed a third-place start for this race, but can they turn it into a win? The teams are ready to go.
Alright, time to see
This is
if
it.
our
It's
strategy
time for the
pays
French
off.
Grand Prix.
Front row start and a second row start. Let's see, lights out. There's an Aston Martin in P4 with so many penalties up and down the grid. Verstappen goes to the back of the grid, actually. That's quite surprising. It's quite a mix-up here in the front of the pack. Sainz going super defensive, possibly trying to cause some problems for everyone. Try to allow his teammate to catch up, but no siree, that's not going to happen because you've got hungry Alpine drivers, duo of them, trying to push. Sector 1 crash, possibly. No, it's a car that's run wide. But that's no big deal because we are competing against Sainz.
They've run wide.
I don't care. We are competing against Sainz here, so hopefully we can get a good race in. It's 2v1 right now, 2v1. Can we get the dive in? Come on, risk the dive, buddy. Oh, stays quite solid behind Sainz. Getting some thumbnail shots for you guys. But yeah, it's looking good. It's a good push from all of our drivers here. It's Leclerc going side by side here, side by side with Sainz, gets the inside line, and possibly the move done. Come on, Gasly, follow Leclerc, please. Can you try and get that move as well? I think he is. He's trying to follow side by side with Sainz, but Sainz does pull a wide line there to guard against guard against Gasly. Let's see. Can he get the move done before the end of the lap here? Up the inside, Gasly shoves the car on the inside line and gets the move done as we go down the long straight. This is good. This is fantastic driving from our two drivers here. We need to try and pull a gap to the rest of the field here. Try to guard against Sainz as well. So this is a splendid start. Exactly what we needed. I think we can push for another lap or so. I'm going to go aggressive on the tires now. Not to burn them out too quickly. But still have some pace. Alright. This should be good. Oh, VSC deployed. VSC deployed. We're going to conserve fuel, conserve everything. Let's see.
Yellow flags ahead.
Yep.
There's a VSC deployed. We're still too far away from our pit stop. It's only been 6 laps, so quite surprised what happened. Joe ran wide. Maybe this is what caused the VSC to deploy. He's gone wide and possibly crashed. Ooh. That's a huge crash, indeed. Ooh, that's bad. But Sainz has taken the lead from us for now. But we have a massive gap to the rest of the field. Sainz, unfortunately, is alone up here. So, unlucky, mate. He's being hunted down by 2 cars. Oh, pit Sainz early. Sainz pits. What tire is he on? Is he on the hards? He is on the hards. He's pit a little early. He's gone early. Possibly pitting Gasly here to protect against the undercut here. So let's get Gasly in. Leclerc's going to stay out because he can afford to, and that is the plan. So let's get Gasly in. Here he goes into the pits. He's pitting about a lap earlier than expected, or 2 laps earlier. A lap earlier, actually, because we're going to enter lap 22 now. So, oh, a bunch of cars getting ready to come in as well. Thankfully, we have a gap. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Get him out, get him out. 2.3. Splendid work from the pit crew. Can we protect against Sainz's undercut? Where is Sainz at? Coming around the bend right now. He had some traffic to negotiate past. Gasly is coming out of the pits. Let's see. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, just behind Sainz. Okay. Not bad. Not bad of a pit stop, but it's good that we are staying competitive here. Let's get him. Alright, here we go then. It's time for Leclerc to pit. It is now lap 28 or so. This is when we were attempting to pit. His tires were falling off a cliff, so I decided to bring him in lap 28. We should fall just in front or just behind Sainz, I think. He's making the turn and pushing. Gasly got a little traffic to negotiate past. Leclerc is just behind Sainz, falling back a little bit. Sainz got the undercut on us. Alright, that's fine. A lot of these cars still need to pit, but it's traffic that we do not want to be associated with. So let's keep an eye out. try to push. Ah, no! Leclerc locked up. Leclerc locked up. No, 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 no.
There's Leclerc.
He locked up.
It's a lock-up, and
Darn.
that could be costly.
That is bad. But I hope he can get at least P3 because Sainz is running away with it. Okay, he's fine. Sainz is running away with it because he is somehow managing his tires extremely well. Not sure how that's possible. Really, I do not know. We're going to go light on the tires here a little. Perhaps going light will improve our speed pace because of tire wear and tire temps. But quite strange how he's able to really push ahead. Look at that. He's now 8 seconds up the road. So I think it has something to do with the car development. We're struggling here. Uh-oh, Verstappen's closing in, so we need to try and manage our tire temps and then push in the final stages here. Okay, this is the final lap. Sainz is already 13 seconds up the road, so I don't think we can do anything about that. The Red Bull just brought massive upgrades to France, I think. Fuel range is low for Gasly, so we're going to go a little conserve. Leclerc is doing okay on fuel, but tire wear is looking bad. Verstappen is in the distance, closing in, but it's 3 seconds, which is close to impossible as we finish off Sector 3 here. I think Gasly should be fine. He is 0 kilograms of fuel away from the finish, so he should be able to finish nicely. Sainz just won the race, and Gasly and Leclerc go side by side into the crossing the finish line, and P2 P3 secured. So we got a double podium, which is nice. We are still competitive against the Red Bull drivers, but we seriously need some upgrades to come through soon. We got 2 upgrades in the works, so hopefully that'll come in soon. But look at the gap between the Red Bull and the rest of the field. 27.5 seconds. Unbelievable. And just like that, I think, yeah, we just need to wait for those upgrades.
Well, this weekend, Pierre Gasly flew us to the stars. Never have a team been more deserving of a podium. Everyone must be ecstatic. The Frenchman was in sublime form today, fully deserving of his podium finish here. And after all that hard work, surely it's time for them to enjoy this moment. I imagine everyone at Alpine will be very satisfied with their performance today.
That's right, the team really deserves to celebrate this success before looking ahead to the next race.
After an intense weekend, the team ends in first place in the constructor standings.
Next round, we're moving on to an exhilarating circuit. Formula One will be taking to the Hungaroring for the Hungarian Grand Prix.
Well, it's a shame we couldn't win the home Grand Prix for the team, but we did get a double podium, which is quite a stunning result. Sainz just way too fast for us, so he does win the race essentially. Gasly and Leclerc both in the podium. Verstappen caught up a lot in the end. Like, how did they manage those tire wears? I don't know. The tire wear was insane for these Red Bull cars. Mercedes, Russell, Albon, Piastri, Ricardo, Norris, and Perez finish at the points. Ocon, Zhou, Magnussen, Vettel, Bottas, Iwasa, Latifi, Tsunoda, Schumacher, and Stroll round out the finishers. But look at the gap, 27.6 seconds by the end of it. So that is quite a stunning gap between the front runners, the Red Bull and Alpine teams, and the rest of the field. So how does this look for the standings? Well, Leclerc extends his lead by 3 additional points because Verstappen didn't get as many points as him, and Gasly closes the gap on Verstappen, but also Sainz closing the gap on the top 3. So this is getting tasty. A real battle for the lead in the drivers and also for the constructors. We do lose a 5-point gap a little bit, but we're still well in the lead, so Alpine's still dominating. We hope that this domination continues. We got some upgrades coming through soon, so hopefully that will help us secure the title this time around as well. A lot of development points earned for both our drivers. Lots and lots and lots of experience. Thank you very much. And of course, we did get all the guarantees. Nice. Okay. And then 785k given out in bonuses and 4.5 mil made in profit. Thank you very much.